Welcome to Rock Springs, Wyoming. It's time for Friday and Saturday Night Destruction. On the 8th day of the 8th month of the 8th year, God said, "Let there be Derby," and there was Derby.
And not just any Derby. This is the 30th annual Rock Springs 1499 Demolition Derby, Rock Springs, Wyoming.
The 30th annual Derby here at Rock Springs, Wyoming. The first year, no Imperials, Pat. How's that going to make this field work tonight?
Well, it's going to make the competition a little bit tougher here. See who got creative with their builds. A lot of guys not used to making, like these T-Birds you see in these metric Chevys out here. So
anybody who's relied for a long time on the strength of an Imperial had to kind of re-change his plan this year. Again, the 30th anniversary. We're going to take a look here at the cars as you look at the pit area there, and we'll introduce the drivers in this first of 6 heats tonight, and there will also be a mini car bonus heat. Yeah, mini car main event.
Now keep in mind, the top 2 competitors who get first and second in each of these heats will advance to the big dance, which is tomorrow night for all the marbles.
Right you are. 46 car, the 78 Ford Thunderbird of Joe Gamper. The 90, a lot of you that saw the program last year remember Tim Tipton in his 3rd season being blown up over on the east side, trying to get his brother off the wall. Running for Team KTF, and looking at the other cars, entering the arena now, the 76 of Adam Roik. Another classic shot as Adam was blown out of the West End in the final last year. Tucker Downs driving the 10 car. Bryce Davis in the 26 right there on your screen. 59, Juan Valdez, coffee for all my friends after the race. And the 77 of JJ Hadley in the 63 Cadillac Series 62 in his 14th season.
All right, Brent, so 7 cars out here. You got to look for Adam Roik. He's got a tough car with that 76 Pontiac. What else we see out here? The 26. Bryce Davis has got that Oldsmobile, as well as the Tiptons. KTF always tough out here in Rock Springs.
They're counting them down, folks. We are ready. They're counting it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we will be underway here right now. Get it on 2008.
All right, off the bat, you see Adam Roik coming across. He's going to hit the 59. There's Tipton.
Tipton destroying the 46 of Joe Gamper.
Right off the bat, Gamper gets hit by Tipton and Roik.
What a shot!
So we are underway in fine fashion here. 30th annual Rock Springs, baby.
A little bit of dust coming up off the truck. We might be seeing that water truck here soon.
There's Tim Tipton in that 90. Now who is his next victim? Tipton getting taken out by Roik.
Oh, a gorgeous shot. The 46 still alive, folks. Joe Gamper tagging Tucker Downs, and here comes Tipton. Oh, swing and a miss.
All right, so everybody's still running strong. Gamper has taken some serious damage in that Ford Thunderbird.
The 10 car of Tucker Downs nailing Adam, actually Juan Valdez, the coffee man. And here we have a little bit of a log jam. And then the 77 of JJ Hadley comes and breaks it up. Oh, and into the pile, Bryce Davis in the 26.
All right, so already no surprise. Adam Roik's car, very tough. Looking strong, the 76, as well as the 26 of Bryce Davis. Roik coming around. Gamper loses his signboard, as well as the trunk, man. That thing is hammered already. Here comes Roik across for some action.
Oh, just on the left of the screen, Adam Roy laying out Tipton.
So Tipton looks like he's having some problems inside. Already, Tipton is now out. It looks like the 59 of Juan Valdez has suffered catastrophic failure. All right, here comes Adam Roy coming in on the...
Oh, trying to tag and barely spinning out Gamper in the 46, and a nice shot there. Tucker Downs gets tagged.
All right, there's that big Cadillac, J.J. Hadley. Juan Valdez suffered a huge shot at the beginning, and he is still running good. Again, Adam Royk, the man to beat here in Heat 1. It looks to be Royk and Bryce Davis also strong.
2-minute rule here, folks. If you have not hit somebody and made significant contact within 2 minutes, you pull your checkered flag by the driver's door and you are done. Top two, last two remaining in each heat, as Pat said, go to the big dance tomorrow. The huge finale.
If I'm not mistaken, a couple years ago, I think it might have been the 28th annual, the 76, Adam Royk took home the big prize that year.
Royk was backing up. He was going to do a full track, but everybody moved towards it, and now he's heading over to the west end. Royk in the 76 is lining up to come in hard on somebody, and here he comes. Oh, great collision there. The 46 is Joe Gamper, 76 Adam Royk.
All right, now watch Adam Royk if he can get free. Like you said, Brent, he's going around for these full tracks. As Bryce Davis is looking to hook somebody up here. Bryce Davis, maybe, no, maybe.
Finally. Davis tags Gamper, resets his clock.
That frees up Royk. Now, Adam Royk hitting even the dead cars out here.
And remember, folks, if they still have the flag on the door, they're still fair game.
Yep.
So it's a good strategy move, and here comes Royk. Oh, a lovely shot there. Him and Joe Gamper meet again.
Oh! Bryce Davis cleaning up the mess. But now back to life, J.J. Hadley and Tucker Downs into the action. There you see the 10 of Tucker Downs. Here comes Adam Royk again.
Royk going into the 10 of Tucker Downs. Oh!
Knockout, baby. Look at that thing. He turned that big old station wagon into a taco.
And he's still going. Tucker in the 10 is still going. He wants some action.
Adam's going to bring it to him. Adam head on a swivel Royk.
You see Tucker in the 10 car pumping his fist. He's loving this.
Here comes Royk now.
Tucker wearing the white gloves. There he is right there.
He's having fun in there.
Tucker Downs.
Here comes the 26. That's Bryce Davis. Is he going to get Tucker? 26 looking for a hit here. If he's not going to hit somebody, I'll tell you what, Adam Royk will sure do it. Here comes Adam Royk. Dialing up the Cadillac. That's J.J. Hadley.
Again, Adam Royk in the 76 car, 8-year driver here at Rock Springs, Sweetwater County Event Center.
Adam's got a big trophy case of what I've been told, so there's no surprise again why his cars are running strong here at the end of Heat 1.
And if you remember, as they kind of clean house here at this stage of the Derby, Adam Royk was blown out of the west end of the stands early in that event. His car was still running in the main event. He had made it to the main. He was blown out on the west side. And probably still had a lot of car left.
All right, Bryce Davis trying to get unhooked, and he does.
Inside the 10 of Tucker Downs.
Tucker, you got 1 minute to make the hit.
So it looks like it will be Adam Royk and Bryce Davis.
Now really, folks, and here he comes into Tucker. Another reset of the clock. Bryce Davis in the 26 content for second place. Really what it comes down to, it's a $300 first place and we're going to get a little bit more action here. They're going to kind of pick on Tucker a little bit, reset their clocks. $300 to the winner of the heat, $100 to second place. But really, both of them get into that several $1,000 main event. That's the important part. So they really, at this point, Pat, they don't want to damage their car.
And if you also notice too, I don't think it's a surprise. Roy and Davis, their cars are painted kind of the same color. They haven't hit each other all race, and I wouldn't look for that to change now. As here comes Roy. Booyah!
Oh!
Take a look at the right front of the 77 car of J.J. Hadley. Right on the left of your screen there. His ball joint just broke off.
And right there you see it, the 77 right there. No, the tire is not supposed to be in that position. That's bad. I can't believe Tucker got his car going again.
And they're going to tell him to pull it.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay, we have our two. Now, will they do like they do in Texas Hold'em, when nobody wants to play, and so the big and little blind just chop the pot here?
Let's see.
Or are they going to do it for the fans?
Well, they want to save their car for the main. I think whoever makes the first hit here, the other guy will concede. Roy coming in on Davis.
And you can tell looking inside the car, they're communicating with each other. This one, I believe, is going to be over. And he does pull his flag. Bryce Davis pulling his flag, conceding second place, but knowing full well he has just got the Wonka ticket. He's going to the big dance.
All right, the crowd just getting into it here. Heat 1, Rock Springs 30th annual.
Well, congratulations goes out to Bryce Davis and Adam Royk, back in the big dance for Mr. Royk 2 years in a row running. While we got a minute here, the trophies are being handed out to the car, and you can see the carnage laid out on the field. That's Gamper in the 46.
Gamper was lit up right from the get-go by Royk there.
While we got a minute here, Rock Springs Local 1499 would like to thank the dedication and courage of all emergency responders. That's Rock Springs Fire Department, Green River Fire Department, Sweetwater County Fire District 1, Reliance Volunteer Fire Department, Sweetwater Medics, VACE Ambulance Service, Rock Springs Police Department, Sweetwater County Sheriff's Department, and the Sweetwater Events Complex Security. And we're going to take a look here at a replay we have queued up of some of that action. This involves that wagon, the 10 car of Tucker Downs,
who did give it a valiant fight. He was 2 against 1.
And he had a blast, and here it is Tucker. I think this was the hit that pretty much destroyed him. And you watch the car buckle, the head go against the door. Car, the 76 of Adam Roy, coming off the ground. Great show by the drivers in the first heat, Pat.
Yeah, it's the first heat of the night, and as the night goes on, the intensity is going to build as more guys watch from the pit. So we'll see how it shapes up from here.
Okay, folks, we'll be back here after a word from one of our sponsors.
DerbyGarage.com. DerbyGarage.com for DVDs, novelty, gift certificates, and clothing. Purchase the Saturday Night Destruction series under the West Sound TV Manufacturers section. Enter West Sound TV in the discount code box at checkout. Get 10% off your entire order. DerbyGarage.com.
Welcome back, folks. And before we get to the second heat sponsored by Vision Oil Tools, we've got another replay queued up of that first heat, the Patterson Rental Tools heat.
This is the shot right off the bat. 90 Tim Tipton taking out the 46 of Joe Gamper. Interesting side note, the 46 of Joe Gamper was a 1978 Ford Thunderbird. The very first year Rock Springs had a demolition derby was also 1978. You could have went downtown and bought that T-Bird brand new off the showroom.
And if I recall correctly, Pat, we could have bought a brand new Patrick Mr. Mopar Duncan in 1978 as you had your 30th birthday this year.
My 30th annual was this year as well, so coincidence.
The 75 there, Bobby Lake, I thought that car, and you'll see it again here, the 54 there of Chuck Tipton in his 8th year, looking inside the car. A lot of you remember Chuck was up on the wall on the east side and got hit sideways and blew his right rear axle out.
Correction. So many Tiptons. He was the guy hitting off. Tim was up on the
Oh, I had my Tipton.
You know, there's so many out here, it's hard to get them straight.
You saw the 142 of Brent Lindros coming in, and you see the runner-up in the cute car contest there, the 57 of Mike Sams. Mike Sams winning a first day event, but being DQ'd because he had one too many leaf springs last year. Ended up making the consolation and coming back. Do I have the wrong Sams?
Again, Tyler Sams.
Tyler Sams.
27.
Well, now you know the story.
That's why I'm here. I'm just a statistician.
And it looks like the brown car just rolling in there. It looks like Brian Kleitz, although I'm hearing it's the 357 of Rye Wolmson. The 22, Brian Kleitz there, you see. The other cars, the 32 of Stephen Weatherby, the 75 of Bobby Lake, and the 142 of Brent Lindros. Great paint job on that 75. I don't know why it wasn't out there in the pretty car contest. So they're going to count down this second of 6 big car heats tonight. And again, we have the one mini car heat or finale, depending on how you want to look at it.
All right, a couple familiar names out here. Again, Chuck Tipton, the 54, Mike Sams, the 57, as well as Brent Lindros, the 142. So it's go time. Heat 2, Vision away. Here comes off the back, the 22.
Kind of a glancing blow. The 22 of Clyde's getting busy.
Already Sam's laying some lumber down across the middle. Here comes Tipton now. Didn't like that shot.
He's going to avoid one of the Sams brothers, Mike Sams in the 57. Here comes 22 and Sams. Oh, off speed, and there it is. The full track.
Oh, a double whammy. 2 for the price of 1. Bobby Lake, 18th year, there you see. Tipton getting busy, and Lake is a punching bag down here. Here comes the 54. That's Chuck Tipton now. Up on 2 wheels.
Stephen Weatherby almost rolling himself over.
All right, so they're circling around here. Who's going to make some action? There it is, Sam's.
Sam goes into the pile, and then they're joined by the 32 of Stephen Weatherby. And here comes the 54, Chuck Tipton, full track. Oh, and he holds up. He was pointed at the driver's door of Mike Sam. Good move by Tipton.
Yeah, you never want to hit a guy in the driver's door unless you,
really don't like him.
Yeah, even then, Derby guys know that hurts. So nice job there by Tipton. All right, looks like we got 5 running cars.
You know, looks like there's some alliances out here, Pat. These guys really fighting for a spot in the big dance.
Right. As
Tipton getting ready for another run and does a little love tap there on the 357 of Ryan Wolfson.
He's got a problem with his control arm. His right, oh no, it's his wheels. They're locking up. He's got the disc brakes on the front of that thing. They're locking up. There's Lindros enjoying some wall time. Chuck, oh, Tipton. Chuck Tipton taking no prisoners down there in the east end with Rye Wolmson.
There you see the 57 of Sam's in his 16th season, driving the 68 Chrysler.
A 75 up on the wall. That's Bobby Lake. His control arm on the left front is done. It just fell off. Kind of out of view. Here comes Sam's now. He's backing up. Sam!
He got a good, oh, what a shot!
Tipton!
Pieces of car flying through the air!
Tipton just destroying him. You can tell it's kind of a Tipton and Sam's show out here in Heat 2. Vision all tools.
Tipton and Sam's want to get that first and second place. And look, in the 54 car, Chuck Tipton, he's lining up for another shot. He's on the east side all alone. He's coming into the pile. Oh, no target of opportunity.
I just barely got into Lindros there.
He wants that 357 of Wolfson. You can bet the 57 and 54 are going to be gunning for that 357 of Wolfson.
Tipton 74 Cadillac looking tough here. Now here comes the 357.
Tipton, a great white shark swimming under the sea lions, picking out
Here
his
it is.
target.
He's got it.
Oh, here it is.
Oh, that one hurt.
Hear the crowd.
And then Lindros picking up on some Tipton action. Tipton wanting some more. Ryan Wolfson 74 Buick Electra.
Sams and Tipton trying to get a good line on that 357 of Wolfson. And they, oh, a nice shot there off camera. Sam maybe puts a finishing touch on the 142 of Lindros.
All right, so it looks like we got 3 cars here. 2 advance to the final.
Wolfson trying to fight off this 2-on-1 here.
There it is. Chuck Tipton adjusts the seatbelt, tightens his neck brace a little bit. He's having a problem with his seatbelt. We're going to look inside the 54. Tipton has to keep adjusting his seatbelt, and there it is.
Oh!
The back end of the 357, Rye Wolfson 74 Buick Electra is a road grader. So again, 2 against 1 action.
And if you look there at the 357, that is not what Sir Mix-a-Lot had in mind when he said baby got back. Because that baby got no back.
Oh yeah. All right, Sams
has put himself up over the berm. He is off. He is off. Sams will not take.
You're right. I'm just saying right here is that we're going to see another one of these patented Chuck Tipton knock you off the berms here.
And he remembers what happened last time.
All right, Tipton. Now this is eerily reminiscent of the 29th Rock Springs Derby.
If Wolfson can get a hit, he'll reset his counter. That is going to strand Mike Sams, a sure favorite. And
not enough. There it is.
It's knocked out by Tipton. If that's not teamwork, somebody tell me what is.
And as almost the break of a lifetime for Ryan Wolfson. And now,
the 54 Tipton is setting up for a half-track shot on Wolfson in the 357. Here it comes. Good night, Irene.
Somebody call that man a doctor.
We have some structural failure in Wolfson's, and here comes it Sam's turn.
Oh, Rye got away. He is putting on one heck of a fight. As you see, the back end, the bumper is tucked up under the axle on the 357 of Rye Wolfson.
He does not have many feet left on that motor.
So he's basically road grading the track across. Look at that bumper. See the whole frame and everything's laying on the deck.
He's not going to go down without a fight, though, folks. My hat's off to Wolfson. He's taken on 2-on-1, and he's holding his own.
The only way Wolfson's going to get out of this is if somebody gets stuck again or there's a catastrophic malfunction here. So we talked about it before the race. Look out for Tipton and Sams. And no surprise, the 357 looks almost like one of the footballs we have back home. Brown paint job, about 5 feet shorter than when it started.
Yeah.
There you see, Wolfson making another hit. He will not, as you say, go down without a fight.
My hat's off to him. Clearly going to go up against a couple of Rock Springs finest here, Mike Sams and Chuck Tipton. Still somehow has that car going.
So how will this thing end?
what he is doing right now, Ryan Wolfson is preventing, and here comes going to come a good collision. He's preventing the other two drivers from getting a full track shot on him.
Now he's leaving the smoke trail. You're really in trouble.
Oh, and there you see, as Ryan Wolfson moves out of the way, and Sams and Tipton get together. So he avoids it, and then they hit each other.
And really drove Tipton into could be a critical spot. And here comes, Ryan is stuck. Here comes the 54. Oh, look at that. Not only car parts, but fluids going into the air. He's saying, hey, forget about it. I can't take you two guys on. I've had
His
enough.
flag, it's over. So who will take first and who will take second?
Well, these two cars are running way too good for these guys to get into any serious contact with each other. And you can tell right now they're communicating who's going to pull the flag first and concede the first place. And it's going to be Tipton. You know, I got to say, Tipton knocked Sams off the wall. And you hear the boos, which you don't hear very often. I see a lot of the downward thumb pump going on. Because Tipton knocked Sams off the wall,
You would have think they would have went the other way, but regardless, there's your two guys going to the bigger dance. The Boo Birds are out here reminiscent of Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia. And they're cheering for their man right here.
hey, he put up a fight. Hey, Ryan Williamson, you're all right in my book.
And you see him give the thumbs down to Team KTF and Team Sams over there. Nice job, Rye.
They got good drivers out here, and they got fans that know what they're watching when they're watching it. Hey, we'd also like to take a moment here while we're handing out the trophies. The $14.99 would like to thank the tow truck drivers, B&P Excavation, Bob's Towing, El Rancho Towing, Pleasant Construction, and Wildcard Towing, both of Green River. So thanks a lot, guys. We couldn't do it without you. We're going to take a quick look at a replay here of some of that hard-hitting action. So as the fans boo the trophy presentations, nice shot there. Boy, that was so blatant. I really can't blame the fans for that one.
You see the replay of Mike Sams, the eventual winner in the 57.
Okay, folks, coming in for
Guys just trying to get to the main event, pulling their flags. You know, the fans want to see a show. They paid for their seats. So.
Well, they were somewhat sandbagging when it comes to each other, Pat, but let's admit it. Tomorrow on the big dance,
There's no sandbagging.
they're out for blood.
They're trying to punch their ticket for tomorrow night, and they did just that.
Believe it or not, there's a strategy with this. All right, with that in mind, we're going to take a break here and come back with that third heat.
This program was made possible by a grant from the Sweetwater County Joint Travel and Tourism Board.
Welcome back to the Sweetwater County Events Complex. 8th of August, 2008, the 30th annual Rock Springs Firefighters $14.99 Derby. It's the third heat sponsored by Bridger Coal Company. But before we go that, let's take a look at a replay of some of that hard-hitting action from the second heat. Pat.
Yeah, the second heat, like you said, you've seen Sams and Tipton make through, but Rye Wilmson, the hero, there you see Rye, and then bam. That was KTF. That was number 54, Chuck Tipton. All right, heat 3 now.
The 5-car, Pete Felty. Felty in his 7th year driving the 76 Monte Carlo. And in the distance there, you see the Sams brothers, the 15. The 151, I'm sorry, Levi Sams.
And the 27 of Tyler Sams.
The 38 of Mark Zancanella. One of the pretty car, what you wouldn't say
Entrance,
loser,
guess,
but
yeah.
not the winner. The 79 there of Joey Duran. The 69 of Eli Rivera, the black car with the purple letters. And here we go, third heat race. Two Sams brothers out there tonight.
And right off the bat, that Monaco getting lit up over there. All right, Levi Sams is going to come from the east end of the arena. Try to pile in there. You see Levi Sams.
Eli Rivera, the 69, getting pretty active out there.
And the 69, yeah, you say Levi. Now as they make their way to the east end of the arena.
Nice little spin out there as 69 Eli Rivera touches Joey Duran in the 79.
All right, there you see 151 Levi Sams. As Tyler Sams coming in. Tyler taking around Joey Duran, 4th year racing.
And a double Samoronsky there as brother Levi helps out. Here comes the full track. Oh, the 38 gets annihilated. Mark Zancadella sent into orbit by the 27 car Tyler Sams.
38 there now. Levi Sams looking to clean up here on the 49 of Valdez. Boom! And then another one, the 5.
The 38 looking for a little revenge and glances up Levi Sams.
Now this is going to get interesting. There's the 27 again, Tyler Sams. Now you got the...
Joey Dunn just pulled his flag. Joey Duran, rather, the 79.
So one man out already. Now, it's going to get interesting, as I was saying. You got the Sams brothers right there. You got the Sams brothers, 2 tough cars, as well as the 69 of Eli Rivera. He's driving a 77 two-door Monaco.
Buick makes the Riviera. Eli is Rivera.
Oh!
A full track shot! And Levi Sams just about rolls Mark Zancadella over in that 38 car. The 38 is getting destroyed.
As they are stuck together. All right, now Tyler Sams looking for some payback on the 69. That's Eli. They came together a couple times. All right, coming from the east end of the arena, it's the 151 car. Here comes Levi Sams. Right here. Boom!
Oh, and he had a shot.
Close to the driver's door. But behind it.
And you just saw the Supermaker of Pete Felty drilling the 38. That 38 keeps a licking, it keeps on ticking.
Now there you see the Sams and Eli Rivera are hooked together. Levi Sams is going to try to break off Tyler Sams here. And they are stuck, Brent. I think we need to put some cold water on them. Free train action! Bam!
Sam's brother pushes car to Sam's brother and then tries to pull Eli out of the ring.
A little bit of a train race.
The 5 of Pete Felty has lined up for full track. He's going to avoid the Sams and instead go in on the 38 car, the punching bag in this heat, Mark Zancadella.
So still hooked together, you see. That's Rivera and Sams. And then now they're free. Felty gets them free. And Levi and Tyler Sams want a piece of that Monaco bad.
The 5 car of Felty still running.
I'm telling you, here it comes. But they can't forget about the 5 of Pete Felty, who is about to take... Oh! He took aim. There was no danger, and he took the shot. What a move.
Levi rolls up on the 5 of Felty.
All right, now coming from the east end of the arena is Levi Sams in the 151. He's going to line up on this pile over here. Let's see what happens.
Here he comes.
He's going to take the 5 out.
Oh, what a collision! Over the top, almost throws himself out. He's back in action. And I'll tell you what, if he would have gone all the way over, there was no bringing him back.
All right, now Sam's being smart, using the back end of that station wagon.
Look at the bottom. His seatbelt is stuck in the door in the 151. The seatbelt is stuck in the door of that wagon.
Here he comes, 151 on the 69 right here.
No! Violent collision. Eli Rivera, how are you still running?
And here comes Tyler Sams.
Tyler setting up.
He doesn't have much steering left in that 75 Plymouth Fury.
That Monaco, the front right is seized up, but it's still running. Fluids hemorrhaging violently.
Tyler Sams has no steering in that 75 Fury.
Steering
you look
box
inside,
on.
he's steering, but his wheels aren't turning. Nonetheless, though, he has accumulated enough hits to advance, it looks like.
Yep, 5 is done. 69 is done.
And the crowd, again, letting the team-up job here of the Sams brothers hear it.
Hey, let's zoom in on the driver's door of the 151 car and look down at the bottom. It's the funniest thing. You can see the seatbelt stuck out the door. He had pulled his flag and got hit again. This teamwork stuff is not going over well with the fans tonight, Pat.
Yeah, you know, I bought one of those Sams brothers t-shirts before the race, but I don't think I'm gonna wear it here because I might get beat up. Again, the Philadelphia Boo Birds are out. They might DQ the 151 of Levi Sams for a late hit.
And that would put Eli Rivera in that 69 into the big dance. If they do, we'll have to see. The natives, as they say, are restless. While we got them in here, let's thank the fans for all of you support, as well as thanking some of our sponsors. Gorge Rock and Leos Construction, Vision Oil Tools, Sweetwater County Joint Travel and Tourism Board, WYO Radio, who me and Pat had an opportunity to sit on and talk with this morning at Rock Springs, Rock Miner, John Feely, Mountain Land Fire, Whistler Chevrolet, Wyoming Rents, Ron's Ace Reynolds, John Bunning Transfer, Lewis & Lewis, Rocky Mountain Power Community Foundation, and Bridger Coal. Thank you, guys. Here's a replay of one of the great, huge hits in that third heat race, again sponsored by Bridger Coal Company. It's Eli, just Rivera getting nailed there by Felty, in addition to the two Sams brothers gunning for him. Again, just like Rye in the previous race. Eli Rivera in the 69 fought the good fight, but just could not overcome.
The Jersey barrier being fixed there, that was Levi Sams, who tried to exit the arena. Posi traction got him back in there. And we're gonna look at after the 69, Eli Rivera. Oh, no, not a replay.
A shot of the cleanup going on right now, so we can get onto the mini car. And here comes that replay, some more of that hard-hitting action from that third heat.
And this was after the 69 Eli Rivera. His flag was pulled here. Oh, correction, this is before he pulled his flag. You can see it right there. You see him end up in the passenger side seat. These guys are only wearing a shoulder harness and a lap belt here. You see they get jostled around in the car pretty good.
Sir Isaac Newton once said, an object at rest tends to remain at rest unless acted upon by an outside force. Eli was acted upon several times in that race. All right, folks, we're going to take a break here and come back with the mini car main event.
West Sound TV control room provided by Whistler Chevrolet, serving Rock Springs since 1956. Thanks, guys.
Folks, if you've come to Rock Springs to see some hardcore mini car in action, you've come to the right place. It's time for the mini car main event. We have 4 of the nation's finest. This heat sponsored by Teton Distributing. Pat.
Yeah, I was talking with our ace cameraman, the D-man, Dale Avery, earlier on today. He also did double duty here at Rock Springs. He was one of the tech bosses back there teching all the cars for safety and making sure they weren't cheated. He was telling me the 3D, which has yet to enter the arena. The 3D looks like the car to beat here. I guess it's got some sort of high-performance alloy Mercury bumper on the front of the Pinto wagon. I'm not sure.
It's a Pinto with a Chevy bumper, I'm being told.
Okay.
But
he is not on the track yet. Here he comes now with the Wyoming Cowboy on the signboard.
The 3D, that's not 30, that's 3D, and you'll see him here in a second. Dan Camphouse in the 77 Pinto.
Oh, it's a Chevy bumper on the front of that, you're right. That looks like an Impala bumper on the front of a mini car.
They're closing her up. They're locking these hamsters in here.
It's time for some Thunderdome.
Some Thunderdome. 4 men enter, 1 man leave. 700 to the winner, 300 to second place. We ought to drag a mini car out here next year, Pat.
Yeah, we need to bring Steve Morgan down here with one of his patented Toyotas.
And we're off here at this mini car heat. Actually, mini car main event.
And there you see, that's that 3D Dan Camphouse. It's an interesting side note, the 17 and Nick Gage is a 96 Kia. That's the first time I've ever heard of a Kia being derbied.
A little glancer off
And
the
he's
driver's
done.
door.
He broke a left front axle on that hit. He's done. So it's down to the 2 Pintos and the 316 Honda Accord of Bobby Lake.
The 17 with the broken axle is out early. The front left gone on that glancing blow off the 27 of Jake David.
Okay. They break the scrum up.
The body work. Oh, nice hit there, actually. The 316 driven by Bobby Lake, nailing Jake David in the 27. Bobby Lake in the 316 having some problems and pulling his flag. It's a 2-horse race, folks. 700 and 300, respectively, to first and second place.
And I'm not gonna lie, Brent, we didn't drive 1,000 miles to watch the mini cars derby. Thank God.
I was gonna say the 316 body seems to be built from tinfoil as easy as it ripped in the couple of hits that it took. We'll see if these two minis can find each other out in this vast expanse of a track here at the Sweetwater.
There he is.
Nice shot. The 3D planting Jake David in the 27.
Pinto versus Pinto. Here they come. Are they going to come together?
Whose gas tank will blow up first? That is the question.
Well, nose to nose, that Chevy bumper coming in handy on Camp House's 3D.
And that may have.
No.
Yes, that hit pushed the bumper in on the front right of the 3D driven by Camp House. We'll see if it affects him. You'll see it locking up occasionally. Looks like he may have worked some of the kinks out of it, but I think he'll either blow the tire or the wheel will lock up. And Jake David, knowing that he's got, kind of set himself up there.
Jake David, knowing that he's about to get lit up, lets off the gas.
I was going to say, knowing that he had the dexterity to get around on Camp House.
But again, the experience of Camp House looks like it could be paying off.
Can you say T-bone?
I prefer a porterhouse steak, but T-bones will do. Again, he comes right into the action. Camp House is having it handed to him.
David,
the shots, that is, you know.
Jake David asking for trouble.
Again, Camp House circles. David smartly misses him this time. But now,
look at the crowd. Oh, no. Driver's door. Luckily, hit towards the aft end there. It was looking like it could have been pretty rough. What is David doing? It looks like he is, Jake David driving the 27, looks to me like he's opening himself up over and over again.
he is.
To be hit.
We don't have a stat here on how many years these guys have been derbying, but I could tell that David has not derbied as much as Camp House, as he's just getting killed, and Camp House really has had steering issues since the beginning of the derby. But he whips it around and hits him again. It's like the 4th time that's happened. The crowd is stymied by this action. But
you know what's funny, Pat?
David, go ahead.
Dan Camphouse running the 3D so hard, he may heat his motor up and have some motor problems here and hand this thing to Jake David at the 27.
Yeah, I was thinking that as Camphouse has been having problems trying to start it. But David Scar, even though he's been taking the brunt of a lot of these hits, seems to be going okay.
Okay, looks like he's actually going to try to hit him. Oh, what a shot. That got a reaction out of the crowd.
Man. This Camp House looked like he might have been knocked out for a second there.
Oh, now he's pulling his flag. He was given the kill signal, Jake David was, and that is it. Might be some sort of a hazard situation, but he seems to be kind of in a hurry to get out. Now watch this. Oh yeah, they had a fire starting, it looks like, or maybe a fuel rupture.
Fuel line, probably.
Hey, I'll give this to Camp House. He earned it. He was out there whacking, and the two of them shake hands. 700 to the winner, 300 to second place.
700 for the winner. I don't even think a Pinto cost 700 brand new off the lot.
I think they paid you 700 to take them. Domino's Pizza is amongst the businesses that the 1499 would like to thank for all their help. And then we'll take a look at a replay here real quick, and we'll get back to the sponsors. Some of that crazy.
Now look at him. Whoa. The arms come out the window like, is that all you got, bruh? Huh?
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Hey, thanks for trying out there, fellas. We'd also like to thank Awards Unlimited for the trophies, JFC Engineers, Architects, and Surveyors for the flags, Anadarko Petroleum, Rocket Miner, specifically John Feely, the radio station, Reliance, Misfits, Sweetwater Events Complex. We'd like to thank the folks performing security for us tonight, Rocks Boxing, John Bunning Transfer, and Mountain Air Veterinary Service.
So Dan Camphouse, 77 Ford Pinto, getting it done tonight in the compact class. Dan is sponsored by Y-Hotel, Gases Plus, and the Bank of the Wife. The wife holds the bank here, apparently, at the Camp House.
Isn't that the way it works? Okay, folks, as we're going to get ready to take a quick break here, let's recap. Adam Royk, Bryce Davis, Mike Sands, Chuck Tipton, Levi Sams, and Tyler Sams in the big dance.
Oh, sorry about that, Brent.
That's okay.
I was going to say there's a lot of Sams in there so far, but we do have one Tipton, one tough guy, and Adam Royk. And we have yet to mention the Burns boys. So we'll see what the second half holds for that.
And with that, we'll be back after this.
Rock Springs Firefighters 1499 would like to thank Alltech for their continuing support of the demolition derbies.
And now that the minis have gotten that grudge match out of the way, it's time for the fourth of our 6 heat races tonight. The fourth sponsored by Teton Distributors. Bitolo, you can hear the roar of that engine. The 70 car driving that 77 Buick Riviera.
That looks, could be.
At least that's what they claim.
Looks a little earlier than that to me. I think that's might have been a 75 or 76. I'm not a GM guy, but I can spot one every now and again.
There's the 25 car LJ Reese, the 72 Plymouth Fury. You see the 19 Stefan Muniz, and that is an 82 Caprice. All the way over there on the end, the 42 Bill Whitaker, the orange car there you see. The 70 again of Bitolo. They're counting it down. We'll give you the others as we go. Keith Heights also in this race, and we're underway.
Keith Heights has got a big Lincoln Continental. That's right across the middle. Bitolo going after Heights. There you see the 112 of Chris Kortik. Got that 64 Galaxy. That's a tough derby car.
Now the one car peeled off of Bitolo. We'll have to see how that works out as evening progresses.
With the 19 sitting idle down here in the corner.
And there's a half-track shot as the 112 of Chris Kotnick nails the one car of Ronnie Roy.
And already we're seeing some,
right here, Heights!
the Lincoln did not budge.
Stefan Munoz in the 19, and then he forces the 112 of Kornick into the wall.
Was the one of Ronnie Roy who comes back. The 42. Bill Whitaker taking some damage. I told you that Galaxy is tough. He is going after Botello right there. Now watch Keith Hikes in the 6 as he comes in. Oh, he misses. Hikes and Botello have got no love lost as Botello takes out Hikes.
Hikes just got a door hit by Botello.
Botello and Hikes are going at it right here. Botello wanting a piece of that Lincoln, as is Chris Kornick. The one car coming in. Oh, there it is. Ronnie Roy jacking up Bill Whitaker right there.
Off the ground is Whitaker.
I think it's safe to say he got jacked up. And again, Botello and Hikes mixing it up. They were in the main event last year out here, Brent.
When we get a moment here when the action slows down, we'll look at the driver's door of the 6 car that was untouched before this race, and you'll see a straight-on door shot on Hikes.
As Botello is setting up on Hikes again, Hikes smartly turning in the corner, but Botello is stalking him, and he's found the wrong part of that Lincoln. That back end is tough on that big Continental.
A little bit of action over here in the west corner.
And here comes Keith Hikes, east to west. They're all coming down.
Hikes seeming a little tentative, Pat.
Well, he's saving it. He wants to get a good shot here on Botello, I'd imagine. And okay, there's the 1 car. And the 112, Chris Kornick and Ronnie Roy. 25, LJ Reed, and there it is! The 1 car of Ronnie Roy is just killing fools out here, and that 25.
LJ Reese, we haven't mentioned his name yet tonight, and I don't believe Nathan Gunion either in the 7. Still going strong. Hikes in big trouble over on the wall here in front of us.
Here comes Botello. Botello's going east to west. He's not going to hit anybody. But 112, Chris Kornick will hit somebody. That Galaxy's tough as nails in the back end, Brent. He's using that car smart.
A little 4-way sandwich there.
And the 112 coming east to west. That Galaxy is going to dial up Hikes. Here it is, baby. Very nice.
And you hear the crowd appreciating that smackdown.
Now, there's no teaming up in this event here. It's every man for himself.
Here comes Hikes.
Hikes
into Botello.
Got that shot. He's looking for Botello. Now, here comes the 112 again from east to west. He dials up Gunion in the 7.
Kornick avoiding Botello. Botello, blown front left tire. We'll see how that plays out.
So right now, the strongest cars look like Hikes and Kornick. Now here comes Botello.
Oh, violent first flying. Botello pushes Hikes up on the wall.
The 6 car you see on the right of your screen, the back end's up on the wall. And Botello's coming in to clear him out. So Hikes might have to make his way to the main for a Concy tomorrow.
If Kornick.
Oh, he was going to go for Botello, but Botello wants more Hikes. Hikes again up on the wall, just like last year.
I was going to say, shades of last year's main event as Hikes is up over the wall. Without help, he is not getting off.
And Botello waves at Keith on the way by, says, howdy,
And
partner.
there's Keith Hikes right there at the 6 car. Look at the door, how chewed up that is. Driver's door hits a couple of them tonight on Hikes.
Botello on Gunion, and Gunion comes out of his seat. Gunion was riding shotgun there.
Sparks dropping out of Gunion's motor. Definitely some wearing going on, some friction where it shouldn't be. Looks like we got a 3-horse race here. The 112 Kornick, the 70 Botello, the 7. Nathan Gunion, and here comes Kornick
And Botello!
Oh!
Now the spring pops out.
There's a coil spring on the ground in front of the booth. I don't know whose it is.
It's definitely not out of that Galaxy. That's a Leaf car. All right, now it's Botello, and it's Kornick. Here comes Kortnick.
Kortnick full tracking on Vitello. Backing in. Here it comes. Boom! Listen to the crowd. And you could see Kortnick right. He knew right before contact. Instead of watching Vitello, he turned his head to square up for that shot. And here it comes for another one on Vitello. Vitello slides out of the way. It is inevitable, though. These are your two finalists. We'll see how far they take this.
Vitello refusing to give in. He's just going to get more damage. This is a 112. Chris Kortnick, 64 Galaxy 500. Plenty strong. Kortnick's going to line up down here. He's coming down yonder.
You got to love Kortnick. Full track and all that. But Vitello's had enough. He's going to get his own. Listen to the crowd.
But again, the wrong end of that galaxy. I'm not sure there's a right end of that galaxy to hit. They are tough, but the back end, wicked strong. As he's hooked now.
Well, let's face it. These two are going to the big dance. Right now, the only thing they're fighting for is $200. And how much of that are they going to have to spend on parts before the big dance?
Now, the 7 car down here, he just pulled his flag. So those, again, like you said, are the final 2.
And this may be it. I see at some point it's futile. Vitello with the last hit. Who's going to pull? And the crowd loves this, where the drivers are all actually fighting each other.
Great action here in Heat 4. It's kind of a stalemate here.
And they're going to let that 2-minute timer elapse and just see how it goes. It's going to go to Vitello. He made the last hit. And Kortnick knows it, and he pulls his flag. Congratulations. A great, hard-fought battle by those two drivers. They earned it. There was no teamwork going on there.
The biggest cheer of the night goes to Patrick Vitello, 9 years racing. He's sponsored tonight by Sunlight Services.
While we got a minute here, we'd like to thank the people that made this derby happen. Lee Reese, Union President. Scott Paulson, Vice President. Ron Adkins, Treasurer. Amy Lumpson, Secretary. Dom Aramosby, the Derby Chairman. Ben Fawcett, Pit Boss. Scott Whistle, Flag Fool, as they say on the sheet here. And George Preach, Concierge. We're going to take a look at one of the great hits that Kortnick laid in this 4th heat.
This is when he full tracked right here. This is when he got into Vitello.
One of the many times he got into Vitello.
Vitello would have the last laugh, but look at the suspension of that Galaxy.
Great shot, lifting both rear ends off the ground. Great work by the crew here. While we got a minute, let's thank the crew. Eric Reichel, Dale the D-Man Avery, and Michael Mathis on camera. Z taking pictures for us. Doc running replay. Garrett directing. In the booth, Pat Mopar, myself, Brent Woolard. Production assistants, Jamie Burton, Danette Woolard, and Patricia Ann. We're going to take a break and come back with the 5th heat.
DerbyGarage.com. DerbyGarage.com for DVDs, novelty, gift certificates, and clothing. Purchase the Saturday Night Destruction series under the West Sound TV Manufacturers section. Enter West Sound TV in the discount code box at checkout. Get 10% off your entire order. DerbyGarage.com.
And welcome back, folks. We've got the driver of the 27 car, or I'm sorry, the 3D car. Yep. Dan Camphouse did a great run in the minis. You had a pretty beefy front end on that Pinto.
Oh, yeah. Them Pintos are strong in the front. All of them are strong.
Now, that race ended kind of abruptly. It was down to the 2 of you.
Uh-huh.
What happened that made your opponent pull his flag?
Well, he started giving me the hands up look like he cut it off, and he pointed back, so I figured something happened with the fuel tank.
Now, I saw you guys shaking afterwards, so I'm sure you were talking about it. Was it the fuel?
It was the fuel tank. That last head on, did it in, it snapped that plastic top right off. And he just didn't want to have a fire. I mean,
Yeah,
it's,
well,
you know,
who does?
Safety first. So.
And you guys were in the money, right?
Exactly,
So why pay more, all right?
That's right.
Well, Dan Camphouse, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us, Dan.
Thank you.
And
Appreciate it.
enjoy the rest of the Derby.
I will. Thanks.
All right. Pat's going to jump back up here, and we're going to get ready for this 4th heat race.
Check that, Brent. 5th heat race.
5th heat
Nice.
race.
Moving along.
I don't want it to be the 5th one already, because that means there's only one more left. And we also have another surprise guest here. One of the guys that makes this happen. Ben Fawcett. Ben, me and you have kind of become pen pals here over the last couple of years, haven't we?
Yeah, we sure have. It's been good getting to know you guys, and we're having a great time tonight again.
Yeah. Ben, one of the firefighters out here at Rock Springs, occasionally I'll call him and he'll be actually fighting a fire. Not really,
Every now
but
and then.
at least at the station.
Gotta do our job.
Ben helping to coordinate all this. We sure appreciate all the work that you guys have done for us. You and Dom and the rest of the firefighter staff here to make this work.
Yeah, it really is teamwork. It's all us firefighters, and it's other municipalities helping us out. You know, Green River, the district. It takes a lot of teamwork, and you know, for 2 nights, it's a great show, and it shows.
Yeah.
And tonight, again, sold out house here. There's not an empty seat.
You gotta love it.
Making some good money for your charities. You want to talk about them a little bit?
Absolutely. You know, we sell out. This is our annual charity, obviously. 30 years now. We've been going strong every single year. We have sold out. It's just amazing. Fire departments across the country would kill to have this kind of event in their town.
Well,
So we consider ourselves very lucky.
It's a win-win. You get a whole bunch of money for charity. It's a whole lot of fun. You got thousands of people enjoying this. Everybody wins.
And it's eco-friendly because we're getting rid of old cars. Right? They got to get them recycled.
There you go. There you go.
Absolutely. I really appreciate you guys being here again tonight. It's a great show. The drivers love the track tonight. You remember last year was a little wet. It's a driver's course tonight.
Oh, yeah.
We're seeing a lot of hard hitting, and nobody's getting hurt, which is important. Safety, is still #1 priority.
Always, yeah.
So,
Well, Ben, we appreciate the fact that you appreciate us being here, and we appreciate you having us.
well, Brent, thanks for coming.
Ben?
All right, Ben.
See you guys a little later.
Yep, we'll check in with you later.
Okay.
And the cars are lining up for that 5th heat race.
5th heat, sponsored by Mountain Air Animal Clinic. Large or small, we treat them all. There you see the entrance to the arena. That's the concrete Jersey barriers you've seen a lot of guys getting up on tonight. Once all the combatants enter the Thunderdome here, they got that forklift standing by in the back to slide the last Jersey barrier in place. That way you're not coming out until the race is over. The 110, one of the Burns boys cars sitting out there.
8 cars enter, 2 cars leave. Again, the format here, 2-day event, an annual event. That means once a year, 2 days long, 6 heat races, opening night. If you take first or second, you make it into the main event. Huge money, thousands of dollars on the line. And here come the cars for this 5th heat. The 39, Jason Trevelyan. I remember calling his name a few times last year as you see the hole the cars come through. There's the 3 car of Ted Mooseman.
Another one of the Moosemans out here.
And the 66. Uh-oh. We have the 3 listed as Ted Mooseman and the 66 listed as Ted Mooseman. We got too many Moosemans out here. We'll get that figured out and
Pretty
get back.
sure the 66 would be Mooseman. Remember, he won a heat in that Buick last year.
There's the 2 of David DeLake. The 3, which is not Mooseman. We're going to figure that out, though. There's the 8 car, Robert Frial. The 10, actually the 110, Mike Burns. The 53 of Corey Hikes.
That was also the best looking car tonight.
That's right.
So it's about time to meet its maker.
Barely edging out the 57 of Mike Sands. The 29 of DJ Allman, another car. And we're going to get ready to count this down. They've closed the hatch.
As we have 8 drivers in here It's about go time. You see the 39 and the 75.
We're getting ready to count this thing down.
He's in here twice. I gotta see this. Folks, he's in 66 and 3.
The PA announcer is finishing announcing the cars out on the track. We've introduced them all to you.
That 110 there, Mike Burns, that's a 59 Lincoln, and that thing is built like a tank. I was checking that thing out back in the pits today. That thing has got dents all around it, but it's got one of those patented Burns motors in it. It should be going towards the end of this one.
Fire extinguisher there on the ground. They're strategically placed around the perimeter of the Sweetwater Events Complex Derby track. Get on! Fifth heat of the night. And right out of the gate you hear the slamming, the 53 car Corey Heights.
Getting helped off by Burns. Mike Burns. The 8, Robert Fryer down the corner now. Hikes and Burns down here in the west end. Mooseman now coming in on Hikes.
Mooseman pretty active last year, but he got into one of those situations where he was against two buddies and he couldn't get out of it, laying into Hikes.
Hikes is in bad shape already. As Mike Burns comes in on the pile, that 59 Lincoln looks identical as when it started, and it's been paying some hits down. Breaking out of the pile is the 39 car of Trevelyan. Jason Trevelyan coming in, and it's going to be Burns going to hit Trevelyan.
Mooseman spinning out Burns.
And Mooseman's going to get Burns again here. Mooseman getting him up on the wall. He packs in Burns. So it's Mike Burns. It's Jason Trevelyan. It's Ted Mooseman, and it's the 3, which we don't know. We haven't listed also as Ted Mooseman. Burns trying to get off the wall. The 3 car coming in to hit Trevelyan. Now here.
Fire.
No fire.
They thought there was. They were getting ready to run out there, but apparently not.
All right, now watch the 66 of Mooseman. You can see on the top of his car it says Ted, so that is Mooseman. He's got Mike Burns set up.
We've got a couple of one-on-one battles going on. The 39 at Trevelyan against the 3 of the unknown Derby driver, Mooseman and Burns in the 66 and the 10 going at it. It's going to be a bummer when this 3-car wins and we have no idea who he is. Oh, pieces fly off the 8 car.
Mike Burns is spewing coolant out the front now. The 3 doing a 4-wheel drive. Now here comes Mooseman. He's found Burns. Let's see if he's going to dial him up.
Burns hit the Jersey barrier so hard he pushed the forklift back.
As Hikes gets helped off by Trevelyan. Mooseman now taking no prisoners. All right, now Mooseman has got Burns dialed up. Here comes Mooseman.
Mooseman nails Burns. The 3-car still wreaking havoc on the field.
Here comes Mike Burns, though. He's back, baby. Hitting the dead pile.
Now Hikes has gotten underway. There's no way he's not timed out yet. Although, see, now there's a fan favorite. Maybe they're going to let it go.
All right, now.
David DeLake there mixing it up with with the 3-car.
And DeLake he was underneath of a Hike, so he also was on the clock. It's like they've decided to let that one go.
Interesting how Hikes and the 39 at Trevelyan opt out of contact.
Hikes has got some cardboard in the front of his car, you see, hanging on his bumper there. Now Mooseman is going to get Hikes.
The cardboard was for aesthetic purposes only.
All right, Hikes circling around, doing a little donut action there. So we're waiting for the shot that's going to be, and Burns comes back alive. Mike Burns in the 59 Lincoln. He has got a tie rod broken or a drag link in the front because his car is not steering well.
DeLake has lost his front right tire in the 2 car.
As well as knocked over the Jersey barrier there.
The crowd loves those, Ed.
Now Trevelyan finds himself on the barrier. You don't want to be up against that concrete because the hits are wicked.
Not only that, they blow you out of the ring, and you're done.
All right, Mike Burns now. He's going to get a little movement. Doing a good job of making that car go with no steering.
David's on the wall.
Mooseman into the Jersey barrier down here. That's not where you want to be.
Mooseman being held up by Hikes. This is temporary, and now he's off.
And Hikes is going to get hit there. That's our mystery 3, and here comes David DeLake. Throwing his name back in the hat.
Mooseman hung up with DeLake, but still running strong. Burns having some steering problems. He can't get off the wall.
Yeah, as I was saying earlier, I think he's got a tie rod.
That front left.
That broke because he can't steer at all, but he's doing anything he can to make hits here.
The front left is hung up.
All right, Mooseman now. There's a steam bath being enjoyed by David DeLake. I'm waiting for somebody to go, either Mooseman or Hikes, to come down here and give us an arena shot.
And it could be the Riddler driving the 3 car.
He's still going. About 4 cars running good here. Now Mooseman breaks out of the pack. Burns resets his counter. Here comes the 3. He's the only guy going for an arena shot. As there it is.
Nailing Hikes.
Right into Corey Hikes' front seat there. And the 2 of David DeLake zooming in right up against Trevelyan there. All right, the 66 of Mooseman setting it up. There he goes. Oh, he missed it. He's going to back up and try to give him one. Here he goes. Mooseman's steering's a little bit out of shape, but it is. Right on Mike Burns as you see all the workers being sprayed with mud down there.
The cars have kind of gotten to that point where they've damaged themselves so severely that it's going to be hard to see a really good hit here. A lot of steering problems, and there the 39 of Trevelyan throwing in the towel.
All right. Mike Burns pulling his flag. You see the 110. All right, the 2, David DeLake. Hasn't got much speed, but he's coming down for a shot. Looks like he's going to line up.
The 2 has pulled his flag. DeLake is pulling his flag, and he's not happy.
I think he was dead a long time ago. He was the one with Corey Hikes there. So Mooseman is going to win a heat again here, it looks like.
It looks like it's going to be Mooseman and the 3 car.
Okay, folks, we got number 3. Okay, I want you to listen up real
And again,
quick.
last year, and here comes
We
the
have,
3 car.
Number 3, Ted Mooseman.
Last year, Pat, remember Mooseman having a good fight, but going up against 2 teammates and being tag teamed and unable to make the main event.
Mooseman. And then we have
Last year, Mooseman had that Buick Riviera. I think he got second in his heat. and made it to, because he came up for an interview.
Then he got
In any case,
tag teamed in the main event.
exactly. And in any case, Mooseman,
Okay, Corey, you got 1 minute, kid. Come on, Corey.
Mooseman
1 minute to make a
hikes,
hit.
and
And if you are seeing
the
double,
three.
I understand.
Carnage on the field. As you see the Burns car, the 110, out. Mooseman trying to make something happen here.
come on, Mooseman, get down here for one of these arena shots.
That's what it's going to take.
It looks like the 3 is about to do that. The big wagon.
We have, as you see there, we have car parts all over the track on this heat. Oh, almost into a driver's door, but the 3-car driver held up.
We had 2 Chryslers doing a dozy-do and Mooseman and Hikes, and then a Gran Torino wagon of the 3. Who's he gonna get? Now the 3 trying to get a shot. There he goes. He got Corey Hikes. There's 3 again. He's pounding Hikes. Mooseman coming in. Hikes. His pretty car is taking a beating as here's the 3. Hikes doesn't know which way to turn. He's taking it from there, stack fire.
That got a little applause from the crowd. They love to see flames almost as much as they love to see whiplash. 3 cars.
One of them's got to give up here. I don't know who it's going to be, Brent.
Oh, Hikes' front right is hammered.
There it is.
It's going to be tough.
One of his control arms on the 53 is done, and now his back end with a flat tire up on the 29.
And he's getting kind
DJ
of
Allman.
he's getting kind of teamed up here. And hey, check this out. The driver of the 3 car is setting up for a full track shot. He's going to go into the front right of Hikes. Here it comes. Listen to the crowd and look at the fluid. Crowd loving that one.
Somebody just set a bomb off inside of Corey Hike's car. No more coolant left, and Mooseman is going to clean up. So Hike's a punching bag here,
There will be no booze in the 5th heat tonight.
but he will not give up. The front left of Mooseman is barely hanging on. Kind of grabbing.
Yes, Mooseman has some severe front end problems on that left side.
Yeah, the wheel's not moving over there.
The 3 car still toying with Hikes.
He might be stuck over there. Hikes just pulls his flag. The 66 doing a little 2-step jump across the track there. There it's moving a little bit, but it's not moving very well.
Not in reverse for sure.
Now the 3 car doesn't even have a flag left.
Must have got knocked off.
And for a Galaxy, or I guess it's a Torino wagon, hand out the window.
Yeah, big no-no.
For a Torino wagon, that thing did not take much damage.
And not only that, you're looking at your 2 finalists, folks. Ted Mooseman and question mark. We'll get his name here shortly.
Okay, 3, you got a minute.
The 3 car looking for his flag. He doesn't have one, he realizes. And Mooseman
Hey,
is doing donuts.
you know what we'll do?
So as predicted, the guy with no name has not been identified yet. We're trying to find out for you. On our lap sheet here, we have the 66 as Ted Mooseman.
Pat, this just in. The 3 is Ted Mooseman. It's father-son. Ted Mooseman.
Okay.
The Moosemans are gonna be upset at us.
We had it all confused. Sorry about that, guys. There
Hey,
wasn't a junior or anything on the sheet there. I believe
they made it to the big dance.
Ted Mooseman in the 66, I believe. is the junior, and then Ted Mooseman and the 3, the senior.
Well, we'll be able to figure that out when they take their helmets off. And again, boos from the audience as the Moosemans opt out.
And that will bring this one to a close. Ted Mooseman, number 2, reaching for his flag.
In the 72 Ford Gran Torino.
Mooseman, that 72 New Yorker.
And Red Ted in the 66. And a 72 Chrysler.
All right, so the Moosemans sponsored by nobody, folks. If you know somebody that could sponsor a demolition derby car for only 15 cents a day, you can help him get a new carburetor.
You'll get a picture of your demolition derby driver. You'll get his shot records.
And you'll also get a replay.
Yeah, let's take a look at a replay before we completely go off the tracks.
Right off the bat, this is Corey Hikes in the 53 and David DeLake in the 2. Look at this. Just consuming him. Hikes, the pretty car that was no more.
No lack of action tonight in this, the 30th running of the Bulls here in Rock Springs, Wyoming.
And then Mike Burns coming through. He sees him hooked up. He gives Corey Hikes a little knock.
Burns, though, not having good luck tonight in this 5th heat. We're going to take a break and come back with the 6th and final heat race.
West Sound TV control room provided by Whistler Chevrolet, serving Rock Springs since 1956.
And welcome to the 6th and final heat. Tonight, the Burns, Dave Burns in the 81 out there, 24 Tim Batchelor. 13 Casey Siloff, some names you remember from last year's Derby event. 68 Tiffany Spiker, the one woman out again this year. She was out last year as well. The 67 Philip Murillo. The 47 Daniel Hellickson. I remember calling that name in the main event. On the west end we have the Casey Siloff there in the 13. There's the 24, Tim Batchelor, that we already talked about. The 81, Dave Burns.
So a lot of good action here set up for this final heat. They saved the best for last here in Rock Springs. Dave Burns, brand new car, looking tough. Philip Murillo's got a tough looking Monaco, that 67 with the patented Wyoming brown and yellow paint job. As they bring the last jersey barrier in.
Closing the Thunderdome. Only one car on the south end.
Look for Dave Burns and Batchelor to make some action at the beginning. Murillo. Right away, there it is. Oh my!
Burns lighting up Justin Bogman in the 36.
The 36 is getting destroyed. A big pile. There's Dave Burns and Daniel Hellickson as there they come.
Burns forced out of the track on the west end.
Dave Burns saved through.
Dave Burns could be in big trouble.
Justin Bogan in the 36 getting a little revenge for that first hit. And here comes Tiffany Spiker.
She's gonna make darn sure Burns is out of this thing.
As you see the zoom boom in the back, Burns is on that zoom boom. Right there, Justin Bogan, he got woke up after that initial hit, and he is laying some smackdown.
The 47 flying in to the 13 asylum.
And here goes Batchelor now. No, he's spinning around. He's going to come get Tiffany Spiker, it looks like.
Now he's going to tag the 36 of Bogdan just for a little timer resetter. Dave Burns is out.
He's flagging for someone to help him, but there's the 67. Philip Murillo, he's gonna try to help Burns off down here.
And he has to do that by first getting Tiffany Spiker out of the way of that 68.
All right, a little friendly teamwork there. Bachelor.
And that hit helped Tiffany get back up and running.
Here comes Bachelor. He's going to clean up after Murillo.
Oh, Tiffany Spiker nails Bachelor. Tiffany Spiker, the only woman driver tonight.
Bachelor knows one speed, and that is flat out. So Burns could be out. Murillo also stuck.
I'm seeing Tiffany Spiker pounding on her steering wheel. That 68 car may be toast. Oh, now she's getting it going.
Bachelor trying to help out Burns, and Seeloff takes it out on Bachelor. Burns is burning some rubber down there.
You know, the smart money might have been on Bachelor and Burns when this heat started. Those two are gone.
But right now it's Seeloff.
The 67 of Murillo just got going, and here he comes. Now he's going to check the scene out before he decides who he's going to drill.
I was checking the 67. I was talking to Murillo earlier. He's got a 400 big block Chrysler in there. He's going to take his time to pick that right shot. Here it is. He's going to come in and hit Bachelor. Tim Bachelor.
Oh, bad idea. That freed Bachelor up.
But now it's going to be Bachelor and Murillo and Seeloff.
They're still trying to get Burns off the track. His right rear is just barely off the ground.
47.
Burns, the 110 car, again up on the berm on the west side.
Just
finally pulls his flag. His 2 minutes are up. He's out. And you know that has to be a huge disappointment. The Vegas odds makers are running from the mob right now. He'll have a second chance tomorrow.
My odds-on favorite, Philip Murillo, is still going good in that Dodge Monaco. 4-door post 77 Monaco.
And
tough car.
I know, Pat, it might sound to the viewer like he was joking around about Murillo taking this thing. He did call those 67 car when he saw how it was built when we were walking through the pits today.
And Bachelor getting back on Murillo. They were kind of having one of those 1-2 deals, you know, and Murillo hits him, and the Bachelor's fired up.
It might be Bachelor and Murillo. I think those are the only two left.
Yep. The Bachelor seemed to be a little bit angry at Murillo for that last shot. As here he is. Bachelor gets it going. He wants some more.
Murillo feverishly trying to get this thing started. Looking back at Bachelor. And a little love tap there. Reset the counter. Spraying the firefighters along the berm with some dirt. And Murillo saying enough's enough and putting the brakes on.
Keep going, back.
So Bachelor,
this is going to be it, folks. It's going to be Bachelor Murillo. Although Bachelor is lining up for a half-track shot. He's thinking about it, and here it comes.
Hold on, honey. This is
Having some tranny problems is Bachelor. Able to get a little love tap in there, but really nothing more. Now he's got her going. Pumping his fist in the air. He's made it into the big dance, and he knows it.
Okay, that's the
circling the wounded. Tim Bachelor, victorious here. Night 1, Heat 6. Brought to you by Rocky Mountain Power Community Development.
At this point, Bachelor simply trying to annoy the firefighters standing along the leg of the track.
What is he doing? It's over. His flag was down.
And now he hears it. It's over. I don't think that would be a big problem.
That front of that Monaco is still tough. It's good to go.
As you well know, Pat, it gets loud inside them cars.
When you got the pipes going like that, it's hard to hear anything. So, night one in the books here, Rock Springs, Wyoming. Let's take a look at the replay here as the crowd begins to head for the exits.
All right, folks, give it up for the last meet of the evening. Microphone drives me nuts, sorry.
Simon says, let's take another look at a replay here.
As Dave Burns gets off the berm down there. Burns, berm, blah, 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 blah. He's going to have a tough car for the consolations tomorrow night. Any cars that can get it. Okay, here's the replay. This is where Tim Batchelor is down here on the berm. Here comes the hit. Tiffany Spiker sending the nail into Dave Burns' coffin for the evening.
Well, tomorrow, folks, on disc 2, we'll have 4 consies probably. Of course, it all depends on how many drivers can actually get their cars running. Everybody who ran tonight that didn't take first or second is going to have a chance in a consolation heat. And if they can win that heat, they can get into that main event tomorrow afternoon. We'll also have a couple of truck derbies and probably 2 powder puffs.
Definitely.
So that's going to be the end of day 1 here at Rock Springs, Wyoming, the 30th annual Rock Springs Firefighters $14.99 local charity demolition derby. I'm Brent Woolard, and for Pat Duncan, stay tuned. We'll see you tomorrow.